That officer now facing life in prison, felony murder in Georgia. Let's bring back in the think tank. I just wanted to, and I don't want to say the word, but I'm going to say it. I just want to take a quick poll here, if you would mind. Who thinks this is a murder case? All right, we've got 2 out of 3. All right, I'll start with you, Jamie. Why do you see this as a murder case?
There's a couple of different things. Number one, I think the behavior after the shooting goes to the state of mind.
Okay, which behavior? Which behavior?
The kicking, the.
Okay, let me throw something at you because I did interview the defense attorney to get their take on all of it. Mm-hmm. They're saying it wasn't a kick. They're saying it was using their foot to roll the body over to see if he had a weapon. So that's what they're going to say. I've taken that video, I've slowed it down, I've tried to look at it. It's not 100% clear, the video, because there's a car that blocks it. There may be another video that prosecutors have. I haven't seen it, though. I just wanted to throw that out there.
You know, I would say the behavior certainly wasn't consistent with an officer trying to render first aid. You know, so if the defense attorneys are going to take that position, I understand that. I've done my share of that. But it certainly wasn't consistent with somebody trying to render first aid, find out if somebody's still alive and what they could do to help them, calling for help. In fact, I think we heard racial epithets, and you know, there was some delay to call for help. But that's not only it, and that's not the primary reason why it's murder. Murder doesn't always mean intent, right? We all know this, that your behavior, if so reckless, rises to the level that a reasonable person knew or should have known that he was outside the scope of what's reasonable, leading to someone's death. That can be murder. Now here we're dealing with felony murder, and I certainly think there are some felonies contained in that complaint that could support felony murder. But getting away from that, you know, this guy's running away. I understand the argument that I suspect Dave's going to make and that many people make, and it's reasonable that, look, these guys are operating in a split second, and I get that. But this man was running away. There was enough distance that there was no need to fire a taser at him, or more importantly, fire a weapon at him. It rises to that level of reckless disregard. We know this would not have happened had it been a 15-year-old Caucasian kid or Holly, you know, that decided to run from the police. She'd be alive today. I believe that. And I think when you put all that together, a reasonable jury can come to a conclusion that this officer either committed a felony leading to the death or contributing to the death, or actually had the depraved heart at the time of pulling that trigger to justify a murder charge.
Holly, let me ask you something specifically about this case, because it's going to be a huge issue in the case. And that's the taser, because the victim in the case has the taser, takes it from the officer, fires it at one of the officers, and then during the chase turns and fires it at the officer who shoots and kills him. In the same state, the same DA charged 2 police officers for an assault with a deadly weapon for tasing someone. So now, in this case, the officers are the ones being tased. So is a taser a deadly weapon? Yes or no?
Aren't tasers supposed to be used in lieu of guns? Isn't there a training protocol that talks about the use of a taser so that you don't kill someone? Didn't this gentleman, Rayshard Brooks, get shot in the back? Can America stop killing black men who are running away? I came on this program, I talked about George Floyd. I came on this program, I talked about Jacob Blake. And here I am talking about Rayshard Brooks. And from what I can see, we've got a black gentleman, just like Jamie said, not a white blonde girl who's drunk in the line of a Wendy's. But we've got a black man in Atlanta, Georgia, and he is running away. And yeah, he did take the taser, but there are so many other protocols to use when someone is resisting arrest. And last time I checked, we were not in North Korea, where you have to follow everything that the police or the authorities say, right? We've got due process. We have a constitution. We have a way this works. And this gentleman, his crime was for being intoxicated. He was asleep in his car at the Wendy's drive-thru.
It's also, I mean, they're going to allege that he also assaulted both police officers during the fight when he was resisting arrest, and then by firing the taser.
So did Jacob Blake.
I'm telling you, I interviewed him for an hour, so I kind of know the way they see the case, the arguments they're going to make.